What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I watched Descendants 5, so you don't have to. Before we get into the video, do you guys notice anything different about me? That's right. Your girl got pink raccoon stripes. They're pink and red, and I love them. And it was a very, impulsive decision, but I love it. I only got, this little strand of hair done, but I figured that, I would talk about it because I love it. Today's video is going to be watching Descendants 5, so you don't have to. Now, if you don't know what Descendants is, let me give you a little brief history. Descendants is basically a movie about these villains from the Disney franchises having kids, and the heroes in the Disney franchise having kids, and it's essentially all about that. The first three movies, obviously, we had Mal, Evie, Jay, and Carlos. For the third movie, Cameron Boyce died, RIP. And Disney decided, like they always do, how can I milk this even more? And they decided to make a Descendants 4. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't watch it. I don't want to watch it. I know the general plot. Essentially, the plot of the new one, it follows, they call it HK Kid. I think it used to be called, there was VK and something else, but they call it a Hero Kid now, which I don't really understand why. But it follows Red, who is the daughter of the Queen of Hearts, and Chloe, the daughter of Cinderella. And essentially, they go back in time and change a few things with the help of the Mad Hatter, who they call Maddox's son Max. But that's essentially what happens. So I really liked the Descendants movies when they first came out. My favorites are 1 and 2. But I don't know why they made a fifth one. And actually, the reason that I got into this Descendants 5 is because of the drama between two of the co-stars. There's Malia Baker and Kylie Control. Kylie was dating this guy named Malachi Barton. I know him from Stuck in the Middle, but he's popular for being a part of the Zombies franchise, which they've also made too many of. And he was dating Kylie, and then they broke up, and her best friend was Malia, and Malia was seeing her Kylie's ex-boyfriend Malachi behind her back. And I've seen all of the press tours. I'll put a clip in right now.
Flows. What do you think being part of this Descendants franchise has taught you about friendship?
I think it's taught me a lot about loyalty and trust and being able to value.
My friend watched this with me. My friend isn't with me, but today we're going to be talking about Descendants 5, my thoughts, opinions, and all of that. So, essentially, the plot of this movie is... Okay, editing Kai here to better explain the movie because I didn't do a good job. So, essentially, Descendants 5 picks up with Chloe and Red burying the watch and being like, nobody can ever find out about this. For some reason, they didn't think that doing something like that would alter time or characters and stuff. So in the fourth movie, Mad Hatter is he's a good guy essentially in the fourth movie, and he's a mentor to Red. Fifth movie, I don't really remember why, but he gets locked up for being evil, and he keeps talking about this watch, and everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you talking about this watch so much? And he's like, no, time has changed, and nobody believes him, and he goes through these crazy antics to try to get this watch back. And the plot of this movie is one of his crazy antics being he actually kidnaps the queen, and all of the kids go to Wonderland to try to get her back, and that's the whole plot of this movie. Once they changed the time, the Mad Hatter is supposed to be crazy, and they describe him as the most evil person in Oregon. I feel like and here's my first problem. One, they don't really show us how evil he is. They just tell us constantly that he's evil. They don't show us doing evil things. And the reason that the villains in the first movie came off so evil is because they truly seem evil. Do you know what I mean? I don't really know how to explain. He's not a scary villain. I'm not scared of him. And they kind of make it seem like he's this big bad guy. And I'm I'm really not that scared of him. He doesn't really scare me. There's a lot of cast in this movie, okay? My first thing in my notes is, okay, so the movie opens with what is supposed to be the Cheshire Cat. Notes, I put AI generated cat because it doesn't look right. It looks AI generated. It's ugly. It doesn't really fit it. It sticks out like a sore thumb, and maybe that was the point. But I feel like we could have done that doing with the original colors. And I just don't like the damn cat. It looks ugly. It's not fun to look at. It looks like it's AI generated. I don't like it. The movie tends to explain things rather than show us. So the Mad Hatter's kid named Max. Max is essentially, they constantly tell us that he gets made fun of and he gets treated differently because of his father. But instead of showing us that, we're constantly being told it. But all I'm seeing is the kids being nice to him and him just constantly saying that people treat him differently. And I'm like, okay, I don't really buy that people are treating you differently because you're telling me and not showing me. Another problem that this movie has is there is a lot of characters that get introduced to you in one time. So in the span of, I'd say, 20 minutes of this movie, I'm meeting like 10 different characters. Okay, we have Princess Pink, which is Red's little sister. Okay, I have a problem with her too. Red does not like Pink. But all of her reasons are so dumb. Like, Pink is kind of shown to be this very, like, sweet, bubbly girl. But Red just hates her for that for no reason. She doesn't really give us a reason as to why she finds her sister so goddamn annoying, but she does. She just finds her annoying. But the thing is I feel like in the movie, she doesn't really say anything to Pink. She just says stuff behind Pink's back or like will whisper stuff to Chloe. And then Pink is like, you hate me. You want nothing to do with me. This, that, and the other. And it's like, okay, well, one, she's never told you that. Two, like, why does Red hate this girl so much? Like, you have not explained to me why she hates her so much. Because she's bubbly. Like, I hate to say it, but a lot of the characters in this movie have absolutely zero personalities. And so for me, it's just like, I don't know Red's personality to know why she would hate Pink. I loved Pink. She was a cutie. I loved her. But I don't understand why Red and Pink had this like beef when there really didn't seem any reason to have this beef at all. Next, we have Max Hatter, which is the daughter, or he's the son of the Mad Hatter. I liked his hair. It was purple. And his whole point in this movie is to try to be like, I want them to see that, like, I'm not like my father. But they're not distrusting of him at all, except for Chloe. And she's barely speaking about how distrusting she is. Like, it doesn't feel like the good and bad side are working together. They all just seem like they're kind of just thrown into this. Like, it doesn't actually feel like in the first movie, Mal and Audrey, they did not like each other, okay? The VKs, they were seen as the outcasts. In this world, none of them seem like any type of outcast, bro. Luis, which is his mother is from Encanto. Hazel Hook, which is Hook's daughter. There's Robin Hood, which is, you can figure out who his dad, or Robbie Hood, you can figure out who his dad is. We have the Smee twins, which is the twins of Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Felix, which is his father, I think, is the evil guy from The Princess and the Frog. I'm getting introduced to all of these characters all at the same exact time. And here's the thing. What I don't understand is when Red and Chloe decide, I'm going to go save my mom, this, that, and the other, Chloe's like, oh, I'm going to go with you. They go to this portal, and maybe I'm like misremembering, but like, why are all these randoms here? Like, Max had a reason. He wanted to go prove that he's not like his dad. Why did the others go? To support him? They didn't seem that close in the first fucking place. There was no, like, it didn't seem like any of these people were friends at all. And also, there is like a love story between Red and Luis. And okay, I will say Mal and Ben, they had no chemistry, like zero, like absolutely none. These people have even less. They have like one conversation and then they go on some song about how I feel like I've never had someone like this. And it's like, you've barely known each other. You've known each other for 2 days and all of a sudden you're in love. Like, it makes no sense. I don't see the chemistry. Okay, so now that we are in Wonderland, because they all travel to Wonderland, Felix and Robin Hood, they don't go to Wonderland like everyone else. They get stuck, kind of like the scene from the original Alice in Wonderland. They get stuck in a teacup and they're on the ocean. So then, and by the way, I just want to say, Felix and Robin Hood are in that movie for maybe max 10 minutes. So then why the fuck were they even included? Because their whole plot point is just fucking, every time they get back, they find some way to fucking get lost again. Like, there's a scene where they're playing chess and they both get booted by one of the chess people. And it makes no sense to me. Why the fuck are they even in the movie? Like, for comedic relief, it's not funny. Nothing about it is funny. It's not funny seeing them in a fucking like, did you guys need more runtime or something? Like, what is going on? And mind you, this movie was an hour and a half. It was the longest hour and a half of my life. Okay? It's going up there with the fucking Weekend movie. That movie, oh my God, it felt like 3 hours. Sorry, I know I'm like all over the place. This is why I will never probably do a movie review again. But basically, after the Queen of Hearts is captured, Cinderella finds out and she's like, oh no, fuck no, I'm gonna go save my best friend. She goes through like a portal, like through a mirror, like a portal. And the fucking Mad Hatter's like, oh my God, like, how did this happen? You fucking dumbass. The second you fucking took her cards, you didn't think to close all the fucking portals? That didn't cross your fucking mind. See, and this is why I have a hard time believing that he's the most evil guy in Orodon. Once they get to Wonderland, it is like an hour of them just fucking around. They have absolutely zero plan to find a way to Wonderland. They don't come up with one. They just be fucking around, and then the Mad Hatter will try to do something to fuck them off path. But they don't have a plan. It's like, okay, it's literally just an hour of them just fucking around in Wonderland. They don't have a plan to get back. It seems like they just slowly work their way there, but they don't go over. Like, it makes no sense because there's nothing, bro. And then these characters, like, will have these, like, super stupid, corny, like, fucking, like, talks, like, but it's like, it makes no sense why these people are having heart-to-hearts because they don't know each other, and this is the first time we've ever seen any of these characters interact. So it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, Wonderland, somebody tells Red, like, your turn, princess, and she goes, don't call me princess, just call me Red. It's just Red. And then she falls back into the thing, and my friend started busting out laughing. Okay, so when Luis and Red have their little bonding moment, Luis says something about his family, and Red goes, it's giving good son energy. Enough. Another thing, all of the songs in this movie suck. And there is a moment where the Queen of Hearts and Cinderella just start singing about how they were in high school. And then they start singing about how they know their daughters will find their way. And then they start singing about, like, look at how far we've come, all in the same song. But it makes no fucking sense. And I don't understand it. It wasn't a good movie, okay? I'll just say that. As for the costumes, okay, in the second half of the movie, they did Chloe so dirty. Her outfits look so cheap. I feel like with the Descendants franchise, since there are so many, like, characters that they can make kids off of, it makes sense that they would have so many ideas with it. But, like, they just suck. I feel bad for the actors and actresses, though, because they were really given, like, zero person. Like, nobody in this movie has a personality. It cuts out all of the parts where it would show them having an actual personality. And it's just, like, them fucking around, them getting in fights with the Mad Hatter, them having these weird heart-to-hearts that make no sense. I don't know why Hook's daughter was there because she wasn't doing anything. Like, I don't know why the Smee twins are there. I don't know why Robin Hood and Felix are there because they just keep getting thrown off. Like, think about this. With Harry, he was, like, quirky. The other one was, like, dumb. And Uma was, like, a badass. Evie was super into fashion. We see that throughout the first movie. Carlos was, like, really sweet, and he does end up loving dogs. Jay's, like, the athletic one. And Mal is, like, the main girl, I guess. Every single person in that movie kind of has a personality. In this movie, none. Cheshire Cat's like, I don't think I'm done yet. Be done. I'm begging you. Be done. I think that's really all I have to say about it. Don't watch the Descendants new movie. Thank you guys so much for watching. My Instagram and my TikTok in the bio. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.